Okay. 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 It's doing audio testing before stream, and I forgot to turn that off. I was seeing if I could get it to just put through the audio for Dark Souls, uh, like I do with Enshrouded when I'm on the wait screen, but it did not want it. So, oh well. Okay, so the premise of this one is simple. Only projectiles. We're not allowed to use anything else. Nothing. If it is not, I want to specify. I'm not like saying no weapons. I'm saying whatever we use, it has to look like a projectile. You know? So like fireballs, those are fine. The soul arrows or whatever they're called in this iteration of a Soulsborne game, those are fine. Anything where we are throwing or shooting something at the enemy is fine. I considered also having it be a no armor run, because after all, armor is not a projectile. But I decided instead to just make it a glam run. I'm only gonna wear armor that I like the look of. Like, we're not equipping armor for stats, we are equipping armor purely for aesthetics. Naturally, we're bringing the Black Firebomb. I don't care about any of these details for this run. I could not care. We'll have hair though. That's as far as I'm gonna care, is we have hair. And I will select a color for it. I'll go dark purple. Okay, so we are not ever allowed to use a melee attack. Melee is strictly banned.
In the age of ancients, the world...
I don't feel like watching this today. I just had this idea and I was like, I really want to do that. Okay, so the step one is going to be unequipping this ugliness right the heck off of our hotbar. We don't need that. Okay, naturally, because we can't use any ranged attacks yet, we just gotta run by all these guys. We don't need their souls anyway, it'll be fine. I kill them every time just because, but really you don't really have any reason to. They don't even give a decent amount of souls. Truly, I've played too much Elden Ring because I'm fighting the urge to say runes now. Make it through most of Elden Ring without being able to say runes instead of souls. Now I'm back to playing a Dark Souls game and it's hard to say souls and not runes. Anyway, so I figure our weapon loadouts... Also, I haven't decided if we're allowed to use Estus yet. Just so you know. Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, we're going to use the Black Firebombs the way they're meant to be used on this guy. We're going to see if we can manage to... If we get him in one try, we get to get him. You know? Just have to not get hit. It's easy enough. Especially when he decides to just face the wrong way. I mean, that makes it really easy to not get hit. Easy. Usually that's a little harder. Like, I wouldn't call that hard, but usually I have to at least dodge more than once. But, we did it. Okay. Light the bonfire. Rest at the bonfire. And we continue on our merry way. That's just a shield. We can't use that. Also, I'm saying no shields. Shields are not projectiles, so not allowed. Ooh, only an axe so far. Do we have the black firebomb this guy? Can we just run past him? We don't have to kill him, right? Like, we can just... Yeah. See you later, nerd. I don't have to deal with you. I'm just gonna keep going. What are you gonna do about it? That up. I always forget that has a bit of homing on it.
Oh, you. Regrettably, but oh, now I would hate and
Okay. Now here's the question. Am I allowed to use Estus? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say the Estus is not a projectile. And therefore I'm not allowed to use it. So the only thing... Oh, okay. I don't know what died somewhere. But, wahoo. So if it does not give me runes, I don't care. And he's gone. I really need to get to the fireballs. Ah! They're like right over here, right? Yeah, okay. There we go. Pyromancy Flame. I just need to equip that. Okay, we have our first thing that we can actually use. Because throwing fireballs is a projectile. That counts. We have our first renewable projectile. And this is why we start with Pyromancer. You know, gotta start with some kind of renewable projectile. I gotta get better at video games if I'm gonna do this without Estus, man. Let's see, do I have to beat up this guy? I don't remember. Like, I'm going to. I just don't remember if that was necessary or not. Looks like no. Okay, onward we go. Do you think this fall kills me right now? I don't think so. It was a little close though, I'll admit. Go rest at the bonfire. Well, I guess there's no enemies on my way out from here. But anyway, yeah, we just, continue making our way out. I don't know what our stats are gonna look like. Like, I'm not sure what to increase. Since Pyromancy will be a big part of our kit, and spellcasting in general, and archery, I guess dexterity, right?
Only in the ancient legends it is stated.
That's a little loud. Gonna casually turn that down a little bit. There we go.
To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage.
Okay, yeah, since we're gonna be for sure an archer, dexterity is probably our primary stat.
Lordran.
And then I guess I gotta test which if there's any faith spell like miracles that I can actually use. This is not a projectile. I can't use it. Obviously fireball is okay, obviously soul arrow is okay. None of the enchant your weapon things are any use to us. Technically we can use them, but what are we going to enchant? We're not allowed to use weapons. We don't have a person to... Ooh, that's actually annoying. We don't have a person to level up our stuff for a while. Dexterity doesn't increase your stuff for a while, right? Like in this game, you don't start getting a speed increase on your casts for a while. Should I instead spend my souls on getting magic? Because that would at least extend out the amount of spells I have access to. And that I can do right now, because I can just go downstairs. No, that's pretty fast. I'm gonna want to do that eventually anyway. So yeah, I'm just gonna go down here. Because I will never actually memorize where things are well enough in this game, despite having... I've beaten this game no less than 4 times. And I've played the vast majority of it more than that, right? I do not remember where most items are, even despite that. Like, memory of a goldfish, memory of a proverbial goldfish when it comes to things in this game. Okay. Hello.
Well, this is unusual. And more important, well, I'm Rick. I was once in a state. Can you?
No, I can't. Tell me what you sell.
Have you? It's safe. Although, how about this? I'll show you.
We don't care about reinforcing armor because armor is purely aesthetic. We don't care about its stats. It's irrelevant. If I start being bad at video games, I might reassess that. But at least currently, I don't have enough to get both. Shoot.
I'm back soon.
Yeah,
Smith.
I'll be back when I have 300 more soul. When I have 300 more runes. Also, no kicking. Kicking is also not allowed, because that is a melee attack. Like how those messages all just spontaneously spawned in. I just realized, how does... I just realized I do not know, because I don't often do magic builds where I have to answer this question. How does the interaction with the ghosts you use work? I don't know. I guess I'll find out. Like, I'm pretty sure I know how it works for a bow. It probably works the exact same as for a melee weapon. So does it also work the same for magic? Hopefully. I mean, either way, I don't know the answers. So there's nothing I can do about it. I was really hoping that'd be something helpful to me right now. Yo, I just realized soul items aren't projectiles. Bummer. Can't use those either. Yeah, if it's not a projectile, I can't use it. The only thing I'm allowed to interact with is NPCs. They're the only non-projectile thing I'm allowed to interact with. And that only because this game is just, okay. So I'm glad that some people enjoy it, but I don't enjoy doing challenge runs that are essentially my offensive stats are low. The challenge runs where my offensive stats are lower. Because it just means that I have to play perfectly for longer, right? Like, it just means I have to play well for longer, and I don't find that fun. I'm happy for the people who do find it fun, and I think it's sometimes interesting to watch. But I don't personally find it fun. It's also why I find games where the only real difference between difficulties is that the enemies hit harder and have more health to be very boring in terms of difficulty scaling. Because aside from like combo games, I just don't find that to be very fun gameplay. I think in some games it is fun, but that's probably the enemies were just had too low health to begin with kind of issue. Because like I think it's fun in combo games for enemies to have more health because it means they get to do the cool combo for longer. Like it depends a lot on the kind of game. I think some games can get away with that style of increasing difficulty a lot easier than others. But in this style of game, in this like hack and slash format, I just don't find the same game but you can make less mistakes very compelling. Which is fundamentally why I'm doing this challenge and not a different one. That's why when I thought of this one, it sounded fun.
Show me.
because I'm playing the game entirely differently, right? Normally, even when I have a build that is majority uh ranged weapons or majority ranged weapons, like even if I'm doing a proper pyromancy or magic build, I have melee options. So it is a very different experience to be like, no, in this iteration of the game, I'm not allowed to use a melee option. I need to check. Okay, cool. I was just making sure that it did that and it didn't try and like punch with it when there wasn't a spell there that it could use. Okay, so now I just need to go up and see if I have enough spell memory for a second spell slot. Actually, I don't know that I do. I don't know how much memory I start with. I'm gonna have to check. How many slots do I have right now? Gonna be kind of silly if I did all that and there's no slot for it. Because of the way magic works in this, I really just need, until I get a bow, I need to have as many projectile magic spells as I can. You know, like I need more. Eight is not gonna cut it. 8 is insufficient. Attune magic. Okay, I do have a second slot. Cool. Okay, so I now have Soul Arrow. Which probably means that because this has 30, I should probably be putting points into it for a while. We'll see how much the damage on this increases as I put points into it. I forget where all the items in here are. Pretty sure one's back here though. Yeah. Oh yeah, I got some fire bombs. We'll go ahead and equip those. They are one of the items we're allowed to use. We're gonna go ahead and equip all the projectiles we actually find, because if we run out of spells, that they're all we have to fall back on.
Hello, I am, if not. Hello, but I also here. No.
Thanks.
Oh,
I'll
I
still
have
go out of
some
my way to
news.
learn all the miracles.
Very well.
Um, just because I want to. Uh, and it's
Now,
not like
only
it's that big of an issue. Plus, I think it'd be kind of funny to do literally everything in the game. Yeah, no projectiles. None of these are projectiles. Okay.
come again. The effect.
I forget which game are the little stones that you throw and they put a healing puddle on the ground. Which game are those introduced in? I don't remember if that's like a recent item or if that's just an item I didn't care about in older games. Because that's a projectile, and it might be our only way of healing if it's in this game. Because none of the healing spells are projectiles. They're all like a field around you. And I've already decided that I'm not allowed to use those. Um, one second. Let me look that. Actually, wait. Let me go to system settings. Setting. There. Options. Can I tell it to not turn off audio when I toggle away? Looks like no. Looks like that is just how it's gonna work. Okay. Fine. Dark Souls items. Want to glance through the list quick. Should not take me very long to determine they're there or not. Look through consumables. Prism stones are a projectile. We can use those. Homeward bones are sadly not a projectile, which means we do have to walk back every time. Hmm? Oh no. Sure looks like. It sure looks like they're not. Hmm. I did not know that Lloyd's talisman turns mimics back into chests. Did not know that before. Yep, I'm not seeing any other projectiles, so I guess we're just SOL. Bummer. Who needs healing? Not me. It's fine. I didn't need to heal. If the enemy is dead, I don't need to heal. Um, yeah. I don't have anything else to say about that. We don't get to heal. That's the way it is. I forget which items are over this way, but I'm gonna go check. I know there are items, so we'll go obtain them and hope they're good. Plus, I'm pretty sure that I should be fine getting past these skeletons. I'm sure I would never die to some weak-ass skeletons just because I don't have high enough int to really damage them with soul arrows. I don't even... did he... okay, he's blocking that at least. For a second, I thought he wasn't even... I thought that was going around his shield, and so that wasn't even his block. I was worried for a second. I can't even cast fast enough to get around their shield. Well, even if I break their shield the previous hit, the next cast doesn't make it in time. That's depressing. Idiot. Okay. Okay, game. Or maybe I'm the idiot, actually. Maybe I'm the asshole. Okay, please auto-target. I know it's a skeleton, but come on. Work with me here. Oh, okay, that was embarrassing is what that was. Okay, so that's not helpful. And we realistically can't deal with these guys. So we're gonna go over here, grab this item. You know, if I die, it's fine. I don't care. It's not like I have any large amount of items to lose at the moment. You know what I mean? Like, so I'll just run through and grab all the items from the graveyard. Like, what's the worst that happens? I lose 100 souls? Who cares? Like, I don't care even a little bit. It's 100 souls. Oh no. It's not even enough to level up at level 1. And I'm gonna call being able to level up at level 1 the absolute bare minimum amount of souls it needs to be before I care even a little bit. Ow. Also, here's another question. Am I allowed to use rings? Oh, I hadn't thought about that yet. Oh no. I'm at least allowing myself to use the move in liquid one just because I don't want to deal with that. And the fire one is required. Right? The one that lets you walk on lava. Or at least if it's not, I don't know how to not need it. Oops. Okay, well, I'd say soul arrows work pretty well. Like, I would say that soul arrows are treating me pretty well overall. So we'll primarily be using soul arrows, I feel. Uh, most importantly, there's 30 of them. That is the most important thing. But we will definitely be upping our int. So we're an int dex build. Because we want to be able to use arrows and we want to be able to use magic. It's looking like miracles are going to be largely useless to us. I don't know why my brain went. Use your other hand. Fireball is technically closer in melee than Soul Arrow is. Maybe that's why. But, like, it doesn't matter. They both one-shot the enemies if they hit them. So, like, who cares? Wahoo, a soul of a lost undead. Get hit. Oh, wow. Got a humanity already. Dang. Nice. Should I use that, actually? Do I want to live dangerously? I want to live dangerously. I have no fear. I should. Actually, wait. Wait a second. Humanity is not a projectile. Well, life just got hard, huh? That means I have to only use the methods of accruing soft humanity. I am never going to have more than 1 or 2 humanity at a time, huh? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm confident in myself. I am not confident enough to assert that I will not die. You know? I'm not that confident. And I think that's correct. You know what I mean? Like, I think I would be wrong to be that confident. Like, I think it would be incorrect to be confident enough to believe that I don't need that I can not use humanity and still have a lot of it. But you know, it's fine. I don't need to use hard humanity. I'll just accrue soft humanity by killing things. Not like there's clear limitations to that or anything. Uh-huh. Yeah, this is gonna be rough, huh? Was there one here? I thought there was. Yeah, there is. Okay. I don't remember if there's anything in the room, but I remember being able to get in here. Be wary of illusory wall. Wise. I'm not gonna expend not gonna expend something to prove it, but wise. I really want to be able to just use my pyromancy without switching my spell, but that is not how this game works. I don't know where that muscle memory is coming from either, because it's not how any of these games work. Oh. Okay, game. I feel like I'm going to be very frustrated with the magical projectile tracking by the end of this. It's already annoying me. Okay. Now we go grab whatever this piece of loot over here is. Heck yeah. Some humanity I can't use. But hey, that's fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. I forget. Can you make this jump if you... No, okay. Maybe if it's pixel perfect, but I think you're supposed to make that from move. Oh, hello. All I did was poke my head out. And that guy was like, I took offense. This is gonna be the saga of how I just barely have enough ammo to get from bonfire to bonfire, huh? That's gonna be the main thing this is gonna be about is ammo conservation. At least until I have arrows. Once I have arrows, it'll be better, because, you know, arrows. I forget how Gravelord servants work, but I'm gonna not touch that. I remember enough to know that's a PvE thing, or PvP thing, and so I'm just gonna not. Okay. Does it not show my increase in damage on here in this game? Do I just have to guess? Rough. Okay. Let's see, how much damage am I? 43, 78, 70, 7. This guy's probably the easiest enemy in this area to test it on because he can't block. Since he doesn't have a shield. So I increase my intelligence to 12. And we go see what kind of increase we got. 79, so an increase of 1 when that guy doesn't block, and an increase of 1 when this guy doesn't block. So pretty consistent. Not a huge increase, but it's also only Soul Arrow, and Soul Arrow is not exactly a good spell. It sure is a spell that exists. Okay, deal with you, then deal with you. Okay, over there I believe is a crossbow. Not sure if I want to bother having enough strength. My gosh, the fact that they get their shield back up before the next spell is depressing. Okay, if I actually just hammer the button. I was pressing it naturally, like single pressing, but if I just mash, I can apparently cast it just barely fast enough. Come on. I know you want to. Okay, then. Hello?
Well, you seem to have your... Then you are trained.
You can buy throwing knives now. I don't remember how often of a drop throwing knife. So I'm not sure how often we can get throwing knives in other ways. I'm gonna look up what Gravelord Servant signs do, because I do not remember. Gravelord Servant. Cool one. How in the world did I get infected by a member of the Gravelord Covenant? What? How? I've been playing for less than an hour. How did that one happen? Anyway, does he have any ranged weaponry I can buy? He has a short bow that I can buy. So there's that. And I can get arrows here. And I'll buy the chain set just for...
What I'll go and
Okay, but... Yeah. Anyway, but we need like several thousand souls to get everything I want there, so we're gonna go grind some souls. Or just ignore it until I get up to the dragon spawn and can farm souls much more easily, actually. Since I can't use the electric weapon thing, that actually sounds like a much better idea. Because it doesn't matter. Oh my god, I have to beat... Oh no. Actually, I have to beat a Black Knight with this setup. Pray for me, chat. I need it. Got some throwing knives, at least. What did throwing knives scale with? Are they a dex thing in this? Also, I should equip them, because... I'm gonna look at the information for them. Are they flat damage? Do they scale? I never used throwing knives before. At least, the only times I've used throwing knives, it's not been for damage. It's been for, like, tagging thing at a range. Okay, so they just deal 100 damage. Got it. Okay, cool. They're static damage and they don't do much, so they are still... Oh, whoops, I did not mean to do that. My bad. I have to go back the whole way. Probably, well, as soon as I can get to where the dragon flies overhead, and you can farm a bunch of souls that way, I should do that. Enough to get the greater soul arrow, and then effectively just replace pyromancy on my bar for now until I'm gonna need more memory, actually. I just realized, like, every projectile is precious. Okay, so there's a light crossbow. That's something. Like, it's sure not nothing. Oh, hey, guys. He ducked under my magic by throwing something at me. Feels like he cheated, not gonna lie. Okay, so the big question is, do I even have enough ammo to take out the Black Knight and the enemies between here and there? Again, how the heck did my world get infected? I've been playing for less than an hour. I'm not touching that, though. I don't care. I'm not New Game Plus. Infected worlds don't do anything in New Game. Why are there two? You trying to tell me that I've been infected twice in an hour? That's insane. How does infection work in this game? I guess it's because I'm playing the HD remaster. But I've never had the Gravelord Covenant actually be persistent like that before. Not persistent, but like affect me at all, actually. That has never happened. It is not something I'm used to or prepared for. Okay, so we're just gonna keep putting more points in intelligence. We need at least enough intelligence to use all the projectile spells. And we need at least enough dexterity that bows are worth it. Got one of the signs is no longer here. But I'm going to assume that these guys are high enough level that I don't want to deal with them. Or rather, that they either are high enough level or have enough gear that I don't want to deal with them. Ow. This is fine. I might be about to die, but I'm sure it's fine. I've got one whole humanity. What could go wrong? I'm gonna go keep increasing my level. Also, attunement. I don't know when the next attunement slot is, but it's not immediate, so that's unfortunate. So I definitely need enough attunement to fill out all my spell slots. At some point, I need some points in vitality, so that way I don't die. Endurance isn't that important, other than having enough to dodge around. That's all I need endurance-wise. Like, I just need enough that I can dodge roll whenever I need to, right? Like, that's not that much. Oh, and for whatever equipment I have, but since I'm only equipping armor for aesthetics, I can just equip lighter but still aesthetically pleasing armor, you know? Gosh darn it. Life is hard, man. I need to be able to get through there without, like, taking most of my health and damage. How did I lose the lock on? Weird. Doing this without Estus is the hard part. Just to make sure we're all on the same page. It is the doing it without Estus part. That so far is hard. The projectile part will get harder as we go along. But the without Estus part is the hard part right now for sure. Ow, ow, ow. I just got stunned there for a second. I didn't know those guys would aggro on you if you just stood near that doorway. I've never done that. For what I think are fairly self-explanatory reasons. These Gravelord ones sure do be following me around. I kind of don't want to do any... I'm tempted to swap to offline mode, actually. Because while invasions are fun, I don't want to... Are there still hackers in this game? Because I don't want to risk that. You know, I don't want my my gaming experience changed. I'm gonna look up how prevalent hackers currently are. Souls HD question mark. I mean, the first thing it pulls up is how to protect yourself from a specific hacker. So I'm just going to assume that I probably want to swap to offline mode. So we're just going to do that real quick. Continue. Yeah, now we just don't have to worry about it. Just not a thing that we have to worry about anymore. I wish I could just leave PvP on and not have that be a legitimate concern. But it would not be my first save file that was destroyed by a hacker in Dark Souls 1 specifically. You know? Like, it wouldn't even be the first time. Ah. Okay. Figuring out how to get through here while taking the least damage possible with only ranged weaponry is, sure interesting. Ow. Okay, let me go and... Okay, game. I just love that targeted spells can be avoided by moseying slightly. It's okay. Magic is still busted, so it's whatever. I think technically in this game pyromancy's better, but we can't use the good pyromancy stuff, so... Oh my gosh, we really can't use... We can't save Solaire. There's no way we get that much humanity.
Oh, they're still keeping him. Then go ahead. Never hurts to.
Like, I just realized that, like, there's no way. I still can't afford the short bow. I thought I could. I thought it was 500, but it's 1,000. Bummer. I'll buy an arrow so that way he's not upset with me.
Thank you kindly.
The bow is the only thing I'm going to bother getting before I progress. The only other thing I'm going to be doing is figuring out how I'm progressing. Okay, is that yeah, that guy is aggroed just by me going on the bridge. I did not know that that was what aggroed him. Huh, interesting. Well, okay, so backing up a bit there works pretty well. And then going in here, start by taking out that guy. And I just have to dodge this guy once. And yeah, okay, that works. That works reasonably well. Yeah, just do that again. Got it. I can do that. Hello, Guy. How are you?
Oh, you again. I hope you've brought.
I'm happy for you. Goodbye, I guess. Thanks for stopping by. Thunderbolts are not helpful here. What stats do I need? I need 12 dexterity. Okay. My next couple level ups will go towards dexterity, I suppose.
Oh, I hope you.
I just realized I don't have one. But it's fine. I'm not planning on streaming for super long today.
Thank you kind.
Only another hour or so. Or I have other things I need to do today. I should probably refresh my stuff. Nope, no healing for you, buddy. Only death. Okay, other guy. Come on. Is that not, oh, there he is. I was like, was that not quite far enough? But nah, he's on his way. Here he goes. Now. Those. Yeah, that works quite nicely. I do it like that. It's enemies like that that are going to be the ones that actually get to hit me. Because, like, what do I do about that? I'm in melee range and I can't really change that. Okay. Got some more black fire bombs. Life is good. So many emotes. Also, getting across that bridge is a great example of why I think this will be a fun challenge. Because I had to do that a different way than I've done it literally every other time I've played this game. And that's fun. That is the way I like to do challenge runs, is when they actually change what I have to do. Remember if there's any point to killing this guy, but I'm certainly getting a kill, you know? The kill will be had. It is taking a lot of spells to get here. What am I gonna use on the Black Knight, man? 8 fireballs? Is that gonna be sufficient? Not if he blocks them. Okay, so I just gotta somehow make him not block them. That looks pretty consistent, like I can do that. Or if he just chooses not to. I mean, if bro just decide, I got the Black Knight sword. That's, I mean, I'm so happy I got the drop. Can't use it on this challenge, but I got it. The first time I played this game, I was so certain that there'd be something to do here. It felt so much like there should be something there. And there just isn't. Okay, well, we got the blue tear stone ring. I'm gonna be selective about which rings I let myself equip. Just isn't to say that I'm not gonna equip any rings, just that I'm gonna be like, is this ring projectile related or required? You know? If it's not projectile related or required, it doesn't go on. Okay, one more dexterity and we can use the short bow. So I should have looked at how many souls I needed to level up. And then just gotten that many, huh? I sure would like to be able to use the bow. Like having a ranged weapon would be nice. See? I think probably somewhere around 1,000 souls is the level up point right now. Okay, game. That's fine. Hopefully this is enough. I think I'll have to actually employ a lot of run past the enemies to go fight bosses in this in a way that I don't typically. Just because I don't think I'll have as much of a choice. Okay, so now we have a bow, and we just need probably more than 11 arrows would be wise. Probably at least a couple more arrows than that would be a good idea. So let me move the pyromancy flame to over here. Until such time as I find out that it's worthwhile to have until such time as I find out that it's worthwhile to have what's what I'm looking for. Talking hard while hitting button. Until such time as I find out that it's worth. Okay. Yeah, that's right, you perish, jerk. Had that under control the whole time.
Oh, still can go ahead. Never hurt.
Um, until such time as I find out there's a miracle worth casting, I think my loadout will be crossbow bow on right hand and staff pyromancy flame hand. I think that's what makes the most sense, right? Okay. I'm here to get arrows. I don't need the best arrows. I need a lot of arrows at this point. Like, I just need to not be running out of my basic arrows.
Thank you kindly.
Eventually, my basic arrows will get upgraded to standard arrows, but for right now, wooden arrows are gonna have to do. Just on basis of I'm poor. Okay. Let's try these babies out. I got the range to get up there? Yeah. Heck yeah. Now we can do things like that. Yeah, so our options for traversal and dealing with enemies just got a lot broader now that we have a bow we can use. Darn it. It would help if I was better at aiming, but you know. I'll get better as we go along. Sure. I think, yeah, that guy got a little irritated. Okay, here we go. Now there's one more of these guys to deal with. Yeah, this'll work great. Idiot. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna rely on the bow whenever we can over spells. That guy around me, yeah, he is. For the very simple reason of why the spells are better, the bow lets us do a bit more effective exploration because it doesn't run out. Of course, that's also going to depend on what exactly you're doing. Like right now, I'm trying to get to a boss, and I want to preserve my spells, or at least as many of them as are left, for the boss. Because that's a boss in a relatively enclosed space. It's already gonna be a big ask. No. Healing denied. Yeah, that's why I got so many arrows. So when we're initially exploring an area and we're like collecting loot, healing denied. I have questions about some of these hitboxes, but it's fine. Okay, game. Okay, so that's how I beat those guys with arrows. I'm not sure how I beat... Yeah, I don't think I beat these guys with arrows. I think I actually just pull out a spell. Because I'm looking at that and I'm like, I have no way with just arrows to make them put their shield down. On a spear guy. Like, I have no option that means the spear goes down at all. Yep. You know, these guys are a bit different. They're gonna lower their shield right when they're attacking. So I can just wait for them to start attacking and then hit them. Very, very easy to get them to lower their guard. Now, how am I going to get the little critter? That's another good question. Okay, which floor it's on? Is it on the top floor? Yeah, it is. Okay. Darn it. Bummer. Well, try again next time, I guess. Shoot, right? I need to kill those guys before I do anything else. I forgot about them. I almost did something I would have greatly regretted. Gosh darn it. Bummer. I knew as soon as I fired there that I had made a mistake, and I was gonna get hit for it. I was mashing circle just in case, but like I could feel it. I could feel I was getting hit for that one. Well, let's go get some more arrows, I suppose. At this point, I think boosting dexterity now makes the most sense. I know what my build is. It's Dex Int, and so they're both going to be going up. Dex Int and Vitality are the important stats for this build. I know Dex I probably want to stop somewhere around 45, and then I'll have to evaluate whether arrows are being helpful enough that I want to boost them more, or if I want my spells to deal more. Hey, another humanity.
Oh, still keeping and going. Never hurt.
Purchase item. Wooden arrow. There's not a faster way to put this number up. Fortunate. Anyway, there's another 173 arrows. So, can I equip that crossbow? I can't. I'm gonna equip the broken straight sword. The crossbow said. I'm gonna equip the crossbow, not because I really feel like I need the crossbow. Also, I just remembered weapon durability is a thing in this, and I should be careful. They do not currently really have a plan for what do I do if my durability runs out. Other than lament that I let that happen, I guess. Actually, my throat is kind of bothering me, so I'm gonna go get water real quick. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let us continue on. Okay. Idiot. Anyway. This idiot next. Nice. Since when do you aggro on me? I'm confusion. Why? Don't know why that one decided to be aggressive that time, but whatever. It's fine. Again. Something about using arrows right here. This guy takes personal offense. This guy's out here like, who told you you could use a bow? Who told you that was allowed? I did not mean to hit that. Can't believe I missed. How embarrassing. Okay, we good down there? Okay. Waste of a perfectly good arrow, that. Not that I really care all that much. I'm sure it will be staggering to realize how much I've spent on arrows by the end of this. Well, that and I still didn't get the headshot. Whatever. Come on. Over here, buddy. No. No healing. I really thought I was out of range. I'll just go by that guy. It's fine. Okay, game. That arrow went right under him. Went right under his armpit. Are you not gonna come out, buddy? Guess not. Stop that. Who told you you could dodge? Also, I like how he listened. I said stop that and it stopped. It's a good listener. I still need to go up here so that way I can take out that archer. And also just shoot that guy for funsies. Nope. 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 You're not allowed to do anything. You're not allowed to attack me. You're not allowed to heal yourself. You're only allowed to die. Come on. Put the shield down, buddy. Nothing bad will happen. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, this is much more secure. Oh, I didn't know he could recover fast enough to get an attack off there. I didn't know his frame data was like that. Okay, so this is the one that I actually need to use spells on. Okay. Come on. Really just put a shield down to do a long wind up while low on health. That's a choice. The AI made a great decision there. For me. Not a great decision for the AI, but yeah. That's fine by me. Okay, just breaking these that way they don't get in the way in a second. They probably wouldn't have gotten in the way anyway, but it does not hurt to be careful. Got him. Okay, cool. I have confirmed that using that fireball is it's at least possible to take one of those out. Wouldn't call that consistent or that great of a way to do it, but it can do it. So we're calling it a win. Grab that, get my humanity back. I do not have the possibility of getting enough humanity to afford to be losing it, you know? Really, I have so little possibility to get more. I should, in fact, be killing more things just to get more humanity before I kill this boss, but you know, it's fine. Okay. Now that those guys are dealt with, down here we go. Do a little retreating fight here. Ow. Darn it. I have to manage to either get around him or go up to the tower, is what I have to do there. Without getting hit in the face. I did confirm something important there, which is that I can use soul arrows to get there, because the fireballs will be plenty of damage. Which is good, because it takes a lot of arrows. If I'm using arrows to get there. There's still some places I'll have to use arrows. Right here, by far the safest way for my health bar is to, gosh darn it. Which one are you? That one? Why was that one aggro on me? Whatever. Perish. Okay, our minimum goal today is to get through the first boss. Uh-huh. I'm gonna try not to do too much, like, obnoxious farming. Okay, and the rest of those are aggroed on me as of yet. Okay. Again, none of them got aggroed by any of that. Okay. Walk onto here so that way that first guy will come over here. Hello. Bye-bye. Easy game, easy life. Now, for if that guy aggroes or not, looks like no. Okay, game. Sometimes it doesn't really feel justified when Soul Arrow misses, but that's fine. Cannot wait to have bigger projectiles so I don't have to care as much. Okay. Over here. Shoot this guy. Really? Managed to pretty much not be hittable right there. I'm gonna have to move. Oh. Okay. Hitboxes are weird. That's all I'm gonna say about that entire interaction. I just realized I can probably just run past everything. And that's probably what I should start doing next time. Assuming that I don't, of course, beat the boss this time. Okay, easy game, easy life. Go. I still have 7 soul arrows left. So, you know, life is good. Life is real good, in fact. Life is great. Easy game, easy life, as I like to say. Hopefully that's not far enough out to trigger the bombs. Looks like it wasn't, thankfully. I don't know how thorough of a run I'm gonna do, but I'll at least beat the game with no projectiles. I may do no extra stuff, I may do a lot of extra stuff. I haven't decided yet. No, I'm not even decided on doing the DLC, and usually I do that every time if for no other reason the humanity farm. But since I'm not allowed to use the humanity farm, it doesn't particularly matter. Now does it? Okay, so we wait for an attack. Dodge out of its range. That fireball collided with him and the game was just like, no, it didn't. What do you mean? It's like, what are you talking about? I can see that it did. Very clearly. I just realized we don't get any tail things unless we cut them off with our bow. Ugh. Darn it. Ran out of ammo. Only because of those ones that just didn't hit anything. Without those, I was fine. The ones that exploded on him but didn't actually do anything were the real killers there. Anyway, we're just gonna run past everything and see how that works out for us. You know, the worst that happens is we lose some humanity and souls. We'll survive. That was almost it right there. Like, because I can't imagine it would have been good if those enemies caught up with me in that situation. Okay, this time we have to go deal with these guys before we retrieve our souls, just because there is... that guy's right there. Okay, okay, one of them has decided to be melee, and I don't appreciate that, but I can make it work. Okay, there we go. Down we go. Okay, grab this. Oh, no, we're gonna soul arrow. It's more consistent. Less damage, but I can cast 2 of them per because I can stand further away. Go. Run this way. Solero OP, honestly. I'd forgotten how good magic is in this game, mainly because I don't think I've ever played like a pure magic build in Dark Souls 1. I like Sword and Board too much. I very rarely truly deviate from Sword and Board in Souls games unless I'm doing a gimmick build. That's the only time I actually deviate from Sword and Board. Anyway, we did it. Easy game, easy life. Oh boy, got another item that I can't use. It's hard out here. It's also hotter in here than I think I realized. Because my ice water is already regular water and it has not been that long. Hello, Solaire.
I am now. No need. Oh, I have
Sure.
the way I. Well, not. I was.
Oops.
Oh, then this pleases.
I almost always accidentally say no to him the first
Of
time.
course, but if you... Oh, the sun. If only.
It's locked. How sad. For a second, I thought that was going to come out far enough to take me out. Okay. All's well. Everything is fine. Ladder is Down. We now have 7,000 souls. And I'm not sure whether to use that to increase my stats right now, or to go get a better spell. I think doing that not only increases my defenses, which is nice, but it does greatly increase my physical attack with my arrows, which would be nice. Or I could do this. Which one do I want to do? I think I want to increase dexterity first. Yeah, I think first goal is 45 dexterity because that maximizes pyromancy's speed. And will give me a solid baseline for bow usage in the game. So that's my first like primary goal. Other than that, I'll invest points in intelligence and vitality as needed. Yeah, so let's see how big of a difference that made. Because that was like 6 dexterity. Considering that would have been 25 before, that's a pretty big difference. That's on the more heavily armored enemy. It's definitely reducing the number of arrows I have to use per enemy. We've not hit the point where I can kill the weakest enemies in the game with a single wooden arrow yet, but hey, we're getting there. Considering my short bow is also completely unupgraded, it's not bad. Oh, I need the repair kit. Uh-oh. That's okay. I'll grind some runes to just go shopping with. Like, I'm just gonna grind enough runes to buy the things, to buy key items. And the chainmail armor, because I don't know if I'm gonna be using it for glam at some point, but I'd like to have it as an option. I may or may not upgrade armor. I don't know. I kind of don't want the stats from it, but I also, this game is kind of boring. Like, okay, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna reword that. Part of the fun of the game, and part of the fun I find in games like these, is in looting and upgrading. And if none of my armor is upgradable, then I have no reason to do a lot of that looting. And that makes me sad. Internally. You know, like it is something that I have fun doing. So it would be disappointing to play through the whole game and not do that, right? So I may still upgrade armor, just because it helps give me that sense of progression that I like feeling while I'm playing. Okay, so we want Greater Soul Arrow, that's 4,000. And then we want, I think another 4,000 souls worth of stuff from the merchant, I want to say. Plus the chainmail armor, which is going to be like another 3,000 souls. I'm mostly doing this just not to become stronger, but just that way I don't have to do it later. This is the fastest souls gain you have for a while, and your choices are either to do this and spend all your shop stuff that way, and get all your shop stuff that way, or to spend a long time not leveling up because you're saving up for stuff from shops and then doing the long walk back to them each time, since you won't have the ability to teleport for a while. I do think that that is one of the downsides of this game, is that it waits a little too long to give you a teleport, or not teleport, but a quick way back to Firelink Shrine. There is one. I know that. I just think it should be a little before that. I think it is a while. And I'm saying this is like particularly for first time players. Like your first time playing Dark Souls, particularly if it's your first Soulsborne game, this area, it's going to feel like you spend a really long time without easy access to a shop. Because you do. You do spend a really long time without easy access to a shop. It is just a very long time. That you just do not get to access any kind of shop at all. Ooh, you know, the ring that kills enemy, I'm gonna let myself use rings. In general. Mostly because I like the idea of finding interesting ways to get around the fact that I don't have a way to heal. And I know that if that exists in the game, it's gonna be from the rings, probably. Like, if there's a way for me to get around the fact that I don't have a way to heal normally, it's probably coming from the rings. So let me look at... I... Equip load? I am. And I probably won't ever not be outside of, like, equipping heavier armor. Like, that's the only thing that's ever going to take me off light load. So I will never accidentally be off light load. It will always be a very purposeful choice to not be light load anymore. Yeah, particularly if you want to go back to like learn the magic and stuff that's at Firelink Shrine, which at least my first time through the game, I really wanted to do that. It's quite a hike. Even from this bonfire. And I don't mean that in that it's hard. I just mean it takes a couple minutes. Like there's a significant lag time in which I have to walk back. And that's not super fun. I don't think they were wrong to wait to release or to give you a way to fast travel. I think that's fine. I just think the shortcut down to Firelink Shrine needed to be a bit sooner. Or like there needed to be a faster way to get back from here. Maybe. I don't know. Like maybe, oh, some kind of way to get down from this bridge would have worked. You know? Like some kind of way to get there from that bridge would have been fine. Like they could have handled it a lot of different ways. The way they did choose to handle it is a bit long. Just particularly because and this is important. You don't ever unlock a shortcut yet. That is like the first shortcut back to an area you've already been that you're going to unlock in the game. And that means that you don't know those are a thing before that. Which means that like your first time playing the game, it is very reasonable to think that they're not a thing that exists. Not sure what was up with that walk on there, but whatever. Walk on did not cooperate with me. Okay.
Oh, still can go. Never heard.
Okay. Okay, my 5,000 souls for all the key items. Then get the armor. And I need 3,000 more souls to go to the sorcerer. Okay. To go get greater solar or whatever it's called. Which I may also need one intelligence to equip. I don't remember what the threshold for that one is. It's, I hope it's not higher than I think it is, like significantly higher than I think it is. That's possible. It could be something like 20. In which case I won't be getting that for a while. That's something I can use, that is. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Just need to get up to 4,000 and go get the greater soul arrow, and then we're good on soul farming for a while. I do not care past that. I guess at some point I should buy all of that other guy's wares before he disappears, but it's not like I can use miracles anyway. So collecting them only matters if I'm going for like a completion, like completionist run, and if I'm doing that, I'm doing multiple runs anyway, so I can just get them next time. No big deal. I can't use any of them is the crux of the matter. Like none of them, not a single one of them is allowable under the rules that I'm following here. I just realized also kindling bonfires does nothing for me. I was going in my head. I was thinking about like, should I prepare to kindle bonfires at some point during the game? I was thinking like, when would I need to spend humanity? What is humanity going to be useful for? And then I realized that there's no point. It does nothing. I'm not allowed to use Estus because Estus is not a projectile. So, then the dragon did not get upsetty. Let's try that again. There we go. But yeah, we've almost got enough. And then we can run all the way back. It'll be quite the hike. But we'll do it. And we will get the other spell, and life will be good. I really do need to put some points in vitality. Only having this much health makes me nervous. Every time I look at my health bar, I go, ooh. Feel like someone's gonna like sneeze on me, and I'll just keel over. So useful things we can do with humanity. Increasing our drop chance is pretty useful, especially considering that if we ever want a miracle that we can actually use, the lightning ones are kind of it. And increasing drop chance will be kind of nice for what you have to do to get those. So thank you. I might want to increase my endurance just that way I can sprint longer. Come to think of it. Probably not worth spending the levels though. I'll increase endurance if I ever need ow. Yeah. Darn it. I was gonna do something cheeky there, but it's fine. Whatever. The other undead merchant is on the other side of this, right? And I can't open it yet. Yeah. Just confirming. I'm fine. That could have gone badly, but it didn't, so it's fine. Everything is fine. Ignore the enemies chasing me. Also, I forgot to talk to that guy. I should at least say hello. Oh, okay, well. Apparently I have to take these guys out. There, can I use the bonfire now? Thank you. I almost sold up out of habit, but no, we are going shopping right now.
What the? But the, what?
We'll just go through his dialogue. I don't actually feel like listening to him right now. Blah, 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 blah.
Well, there.
He's telling you about how to get humanity, blah, blah, blah. Don't try anything clever.
Unless.
Don't worry, I don't need humanity at all. The only way I can get humanity, I'm pretty sure, is proper invasions. Does this give soft humanity or hard humanity? I don't actually know. I've never been involved with the Dark Souls 1 PvP community. I feel like they probably give hard humanity, so they're not useful either. Shoot. So the options then are to kill enemies in an area before you kill the area boss and get humanity that way. That's how I've gotten the 7 soft humanity I have, and that's it. So that means losing soft humanity is really bad.
Let's begin it. Have you met too?
Like if I ever lose my soft humanity, that is really, really bad. Because my options for getting more are very, very limited. Okay, well there's heavy soul arrow. Reinforce. I can reinforce my bow, which is certainly something. I forget. Can you reinforce? No, you can't. Okay. So I cannot reinforce my staff. So I guess I will focus on reinforcing my bow then. That's...
Goodbye then. You really helped.
It's not like I have anything else to spend my Titanite shards on, really. Just because I'll probably end up upgrading my armor. That's mostly just because it feels bad to not have progression. I don't actually feel the need to upgrade my armor, even if it's numerically beneficial. I will be doing that for satisfaction's sake and not for others' sake. Whereas increasing the amount of damage I deal, that is actually nice. Makes the game feel better. I like not having to hit things more times, generally. Specifically, I want things to be right in the middle. You know? Some enemy, like weak enemies are satisfying to one-shot, but I don't want to one-shot everything. But I do want it to not be a slog, where I have to hit them a whole bunch just to get anything done. Anyway, we'll just... I forgot to actually, swim in a good time to test Greater Soul Arrow. To see if I have enough intelligence to equip it. Oh well. I'll just go through and mug all the enemies, not worry about it. Easy game, easy life. Beat up the rat to end this strife. We continue on our merry way. Yeah, I'm gonna try and stream again during this month and next month. My computer problems, I've mentioned this on some of the Sunday streams, but my computer problems do seem to be entirely fixed. It was a BIOS issue, and I am salty about it. Because it's a BIOS issue that that was existent when I bought my computer, and already had an update out to fix it, and it has almost certainly damaged my CPU, and so you know this computer won't last as long, which is a little grating considering how much money I spent on it. Like I use my computer for work, right? So like because I work from home. So like that's reading that I'm gonna have to get a new one probably a year or two earlier than I would have otherwise. You know, this computer probably would have lasted me at least 5 years pretty easily. Now it'll still last me a decent amount of time, but just not nearly as long. Okay, so let's replace Fireball with Heavy Soul Arrow. We only need 12 intelligence to equip it, so that's good. It's got 12 uses, which does make it better than Fireball for our purposes. Let's see how much damage you do. That is pretty slow, but that is also a lot of damage, so we'll take it. Okay, now that we've gotten that done, the next thing I need to decide is how much soft humanity I care to farm. Because if I want to farm soft humanity, the dragon is a good way to get it. Let me look up how that chart works again. This game. Dark Souls soft humanity. Okay, according to the wiki. Also, Dark Souls PvP, do you get soft humanity or hard humanity? I think I might just have to test on that. So I'd like to have 30 humanity. I definitely want to always have 10 because that's max and discovery rate that you can get from humanity, that is. Looking to see if I can. I'm pretty sure I know someone made a chart somewhere. I see different enemies are worth different amounts, so that's not going to be helpful. I just need to know that I can only get 10. Okay. Yeah. So I can only get 10 in an area. I don't know if this spot up here counts as the same area as that below. Oh, oh, hi, Key. Hello again. Welcome back. I am playing Dark Souls, but I'm not allowed to use anything melee. Only projectiles here. That's probably like the most I can get, right? Where is the gargoyle? Is this considered part of the gargoyles area? It must be. Uh, welcome back. Oh. But yeah, I'm doing a challenge run that sounded fun. Um, where I'm only allowed to use projectiles. Uh, any kind of projectile is fine. Spells, whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm just only allowed to use projectiles. It is a hard projectile only run. Yeah, well, not necessarily anything not melee. Anything that looks like a projectile. So like there's a pyromancy that makes gouts of flame, like that makes like lava erupt. That's not a projectile. I can't use that. But arrows, fireballs, anything that I actually shoot out is fine. Anything that is actually being shot out is a-okay. The only things that the important considerations that causes are that most items are not a projectile, so I'm not allowed to use them, which means I can't heal. Yeah, I saw that you said that earlier. Congratulations. I hope you like how they came out. Ironically, I think this is actually one of the harder Dark Souls game, like Soulsborne games, to do and only projectiles run in. I think technically the hardest is probably Sekiro, because like, how many projectiles do you even have that deal damage in Sekiro? Is that even an option? I don't think it's possible in Sekiro, actually. This is Dark Souls 1. The reason I think it's harder in this is because you don't have mana. You have uses for your spells, and that means that you don't have, I don't think there's any way to recover magic in this. Although so far bows haven't been bad, so it does cause some other issues. One of the like more commonly farmed items in this game is humanity, but I can't use humanity because it's not a projectile. That number in the top left is my soft humanity. That's the humanity that's actually on my person that I can spend by giving to covenant things and stuff like that. But hard humanity, which is what enemies drop when they drop humanity, is a consumable that is not a projectile. I can't use that. Because if I could use that, I could use Estus, and I already decided I'm not allowed to use Estus. I really need some vitality. I need some health. My health pool is pathetic. And that means that I have to farm soft humanity, but there's pretty limited ways that soft humanity goes up naturally. One of them is enemies dying within an area. Basically, humanity is a useful resource, but I can't get it the normal way. But the other way that you get humanity in this game is if enough enemies die in an area before you kill the area boss, you'll get a humanity, up to 10 for each area. So, so I'm working on that. Thus, I am making this dragon kill... I mean, that's how that works, yeah. I'm making that dragon kill all the enemies on the bridge. Then I respawn them and do it again. And in the meantime, I'm spending the souls that I get for doing that on things. But yeah. I mean, it's okay. They respawn, so are they really in any pain? It's just some mild burning to death. They'll be fine. Walk it off. Anyway, right now I'm just farming up to 10 soft humanity because that's what soft humanity has. A lot of effects in this game. I'm actually kind of glad they don't ever revisit a system as complicated as this one for the way humanity works in the Souls games. Up to 10 soft humanity increases your drop chance. Also, thank you for the subscription. So up to 10, so up to 10, it increases drop chance. So I'm trying to get up to 10. So that way I've got as high of drop chance as I can for everything, right? Beyond that, up to 30, soft humanity increases your defenses, which is pretty nice. It's a nice effect. That's fair. I do think that's one of the more annoying features of Twitch, is that you have to hit the button, or it just keeps asking if you want to share it. No, I get what you mean, because I'm like that too. Like I don't like super want to do the whole like be made an announcement thing a lot of the time when I subscribe. So it is kind of annoying that you can't just decide not to and it just accept that decision. Like, let me just not. I get why Twitch doesn't want to do that, because like that kind of stuff does encourage other people to subscribe, right? So like from a business standpoint, I see why it's not a high priority for them to fix. But it is kind of annoying, I agree. But yeah, I'm currently just getting this one last humanity. It do be September. I wonder if that 30% off. I've never gotten a subscription in September that I actually looked at. So I wonder if that 30% off comes out of like both of our cuts, or does it come out of Amazon's cut? Like who eats that? I wonder. I don't know the answer off the top of my head, and I'll know the answer in a while. You know what I mean? It takes a couple of days for it to show up on my end. But in a few days, I'll know the answer. Oh, if you did it for 6 months all at once, then I probably won't know the answer, actually. Just because I'll have to have math. And I don't know, I think all the other ones I have reference for are 1 month ones. Come on, give me one more humanity already. It can't be that far away. Already at 9. I've been at 9 for a bit. No. I do not have that many subscribers. Mainly because I don't actually stream that often. One of the wilder things to think about is like, I don't consider myself like very good at streaming, but the evidence does suggest that I'm good enough that I could probably have like, certainly not enough to like live off of. Like I could probably make a not negligible amount of money from Twitch if I just actually stream. But like, am I ever going to do that? Who knows? It's one of those things where like internally, like logically, I can tell that my idea of how entertaining I am and the reality of how entertaining I am are clearly not the same thing. you know? Because I'm befuddled when people decide to watch. Although, and then I actually do editing and I have fun doing editing. I'm like, oh wait, I am funny sometimes. Yeah, I'm like, I think if I wanted to do this full time, I'd have to actually, you know, get better at it. But like, and get lucky. The biggest element of doing any kind of content creation full time online is get lucky. Because there are more people who are good at it than there are people doing it for a living. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot more people who are really good at content creation and make good content than there are people who do it for a living. Because there's simply a limit to how much other people have free time to watch. And the more people who are making content, the less eyeballs there are watching content. Like, it's a problem that only makes itself worse. Bad at what? Video gaming or streaming, entertaining? There's lots of things to be bad at and lots of things to be, yeah. Well, I may have taken a hit there, because I thought the dragon didn't actually breathe its fire breath, but it's fine. We now have 10 humanity, which means drop chance is max, and that's all I care to do right now. What stat should I put up next? Dex? Dex, because I know what I'm gonna do next, actually. Because if I'm getting the boring stuff out of the way right now, then I might as well really go all out to get the boring stuff out of the way right now. Related to this dragon. Okay, first, let me clear out the enemy that's here. That way he can't mess with me while I'm doing this. No healing for you. Only death. Okay. Now, 241 arrows is, I think, enough to do this. If it's not, I'll feel silly. I believe I aim right here. Yep. Okay. This is one of the few tails I am certain I can cut off with a bow and arrow. Anyway, you get a weapon for doing this. Do I need to collect that weapon? No. It's a melee weapon. I can't use it. And yet, here we are. Maybe I will. Maybe I will eat the tail. I will not be sacrificing it to you because I want to keep it in my inventory. I'm sorry. You can come see it in my inventory, though. I'll treat it like a museum item. Wish I could see how much damage that's doing. See, I would sacrifice it to you and get it again on New Game Plus, but that would require sitting through this again, and I'm not willing to. Also, in my free time, I've been playing Wind Waker, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker on I got the Switch 2 recently. You didn't say you were paying me to let you eat. No. No dancing. I do think I might see if I can like have a bits menu and math it out for what would be $100 for me. And just set it up as pay me $100 and I'll restart whatever challenge I'm on. It's not for you. You're not vindictive enough for that. But I'm willing to be trolled if it gives me $100. Bummer. Um, yeah, I've been playing Wind Waker on the Switch 2, the GameCube emulator that they have on there now. And it's been a really weird experience. For one, it's been a long time since I played Wind Waker. But I've been having fun with it. Okay, so the Switch 2, their marketing was horrible. As an avid Nintendo fan, as in like I'm pretty sure I've gotten every single mainline Zelda game, every single Mario game, and every single mainline Metroid game, and every Star Fox game as they all came out. I think F-Zero is really their only franchise I'm not invested in. And every other franchise of theirs, I get the games as they come out. And there was a lot I didn't know about the Switch 2 that made it not as bad. It takes a while. So like, for one, when I got the Switch 2, it came with a year of their subscription service, and there we go, got it. Man, that is so much faster if you have higher dexterity. And yes, that was fast compared to the speed I'm used to doing that at. Does this actually look like something you want to eat though? Like, find it in my inventory. Like, oh, I forgot this game doesn't have better pictures. This is a friend, not food. Actually, wait, I have a way to make us both happy. I designate my storage, which is somewhere that I cannot access while I'm walking around, as the Ghee sacrifice zone. So that way it's still somewhere in my inventory, it's just not accessible. Access bottomless box. Oh, the bottomless box is now Ghee's stomach, apparently. And the Drake sword goes. It is no longer in my inventory. The main reason I don't want to get rid of it is because I don't know if the achievements for getting special weapons just requires that you've had all of them at one point, or if it requires that you have them. You know what I mean? And I'd feel annoyed if I didn't get the achievement for that, because this is the HD version of the game, which I don't have the Steam achievements for yet, outside of the first couple. I have like the achievements that I would get in like 45 minutes of regular play, but I don't have any of the others. Ow, let's not get poisoned. So this is not going well. Rats are hard to hit with spells, it turns out. But it's okay. That's what arrows are for. Hey, wait. You freeze over there, rat. It's okay, you're a good rat. These are bad rats. Very different. There was another rat still? I just came down here to kill this rat for the low of the game. I didn't need to. Anyway, rats are one of the better sources of humanity in the game. And by one of the better sources, I mean there's only two. That one wasn't you, don't worry. You only thought it was you. Yeah. The amount that that enemy guarded me was obnoxious. Okay, now let's go get killed, shall we? By which I mean, I have no idea how I'm getting past this enemy, but I'm stubborn, so... I started by losing half my health with no way to heal, so... You know, it's a good start. Okay, so that did nothing. Okay, so I don't know what my plan is on that guy. Because I don't know if you saw how little damage my spell did. Um but it only did 36 damage. And I think he has like enough health that I need to hit him with more than 10 of those. The problem is that he's pretty fast, so getting any actual distance is surprisingly difficult. But what I can do is create a bigger battlefield. That'll help. I just gotta make sure I don't die on the way, because that'd be bad. That's right, jump back. That was a good decision, buddy. Losing health to the enemies on the way is not helping. Okay. Don't see any rats from here, and that's kind of a problem. Ooh, do not knock me off the cliff, rat. Please, I'm begging you. Okay. All's well. Sure, I'm at half health, but, like, it's fine. I don't gotta deal with that last rat. That one can be you. I'm gonna go up the ladder. I don't need to deal with this. I just need to go over here and figure out where my souls are. There we go. Oh, thank you. Okay. I think it's funny. Having the high ground is almost never a good thing in video games. I can peer into the secrets of the world. Nothing can hide from my gaze. Anyway, now that I'm done looking through walls, so I need to take out that boar, because that boar doesn't respawn, and I want to fight the knight over there. I don't know how magic resistant that boar is, but we'll be finding out shortly. Okay. Oh. Okay, good to know. When they have their shield up, that will not do enough damage through it to kill them. I thought that was the case, but I wanted to test. That makes the bigger spell not worth using when they are coming at me with their shield up. I hate that they just barely get their shield back up most of the time. It's so sad. Okay, I need the ranged guys up there to be dead ranged guys, not alive ranged guys. We're gonna go up here and make that happen. Oh no. Doesn't work. I knocked that guy off. Thing. That guy's dead. Okay. Progress. Okay, I'm down to just 3 soul arrows, but it's fine. Isn't anything to worry about at all. Okay, I know the other guy aggroed on me. Where is he? I saw him run off. I know he wants me. Ah, there he is. It took him a weirdly long time to get up here. I swear I hit the dodge button. I promise I hit it. But the game did not agree that I hit it. The game did not agree. Got scared. Probably unnecessarily so, for the honest. I'm starting to think the small speed up from dexterity will really matter a lot, actually. Because that being slightly faster so they couldn't guard it would be really nice. Auto-targeting works poorly on rats, so I gotta get these guys myself. Then run past the last one, because I do not care. Hee hee ha ha, I got away. There we go. Fun fact, apparently, according to the internet, so take this information with a grain of salt, you don't start getting a benefit from increasing your, Oh, hello. Why? You don't start getting a benefit from increasing your, keep losing my train of thought. You don't get a benefit from increasing your dexterity to your spellcasting speed until like 35. So only like 10 points of dexterity actually give you a benefit to spellcasting from 35 to 45. Apparently, according to the internet. Like I said, I don't know if that's 100% true, but that is what the internet says about the topic. We're gonna... Ow. Life's hard, man. If I could lock on from down here, this would be over. It can do that again? Didn't know that. Okay, having spent an embarrassing number of arrows to accomplish that, that enemy is dead. Idiot. Not even close. He definitely wasn't pixels from skewering me. No. Ever. Oops. Get the enemy I'm trying to target now. Okay, so it's a little magic resistant, I would say. But on the other hand, I have heavy soul arrows, so if it can't respond, this is enough soul arrows to kill it. And it can't do anything about it. I thought I had enough health to survive another one. But we did it. So that's that enemy out of the way. Oh, did we get the boar helm? Nice. Do, 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 do. Yeah, we got the fang boar helm. I believe I like the look of this better than current set. Yeah. Better than the hood, at least. There's definitely better helmets, but this is better than what I had on, so we'll call it a win. Okay, so I'm gonna go and get Mr. Knight's attention, and then we're probably gonna die, but we're gonna do our best. There he is. Okay, so this is very workable. The only problem is that he has enough health that this is not going to be enough to kill him on its own. But it is certainly a good opener. I mean, until I run out of space to roll back into, this works great. You know, for chipping away at his health. The only problem is, I do eventually run out of space to roll back into. So that's a slight problem. But, you know. 1 second. I need to go pick up some arrows. Alright, forgot that those guys take more than one shot to kill. Okay. Do, 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 do. Oh, hey, a Titan shred. Nice. Haha, idiot. Ooh, I regular roll now instead of light roll. Don't like that. I'm not using the crossbow at all, and it's probably like the heaviest piece of gear I have on it.
Oh, still keeping going. Never hurt.
Get another 173
Thank you
arrows.
kindly.
Okay, rest of the bonfire to recover our spell uses. I really need a better answer to dudes with shields. That's what I need to be contemplating. The better answer, the dudes with shields. That is what I need most. At this moment, at least. It's just some kind of answer when a guy walks up on me with a shield. Since I am not allowed to do what would normally be your response, which is kick, because that's a melee attack. See you later, nerds. Bye-bye. No one ever sees the flea coming. It's that guy. I still have to take out all the range jerks. Cause me problems in here. Okay. Disagree with that one game, but sure. Wish it was consistent whether I was getting past their shield in the second hit or not. But it just feels very inconsistent. Can I crouch like they can? I don't think so. One of them down. I mean to go down here. Grab that just to make sure that we have it. We ended up only slightly in a better position. Very, very slightly. Like, very, very marginally better. Okay, I'm gonna switch out the armor to, like, where it's while, your footsteps. Rude. Getting that guy aggroed on you and getting him out of the tower is, surprisingly challenging. That's what I'm gonna call it. The worst part is, like, at some point I'm gonna mess up and lose that humanity. But I'm stubborn. This guy dies. Do I need to kill this Black Knight? Not at all. Completely optional. Am I going to anyway? Yeah. Because I want to. That's all the reason I've ever needed to kill an enemy in a video game. Okay, game. Twice there, I missed it point blank range. On the one hand, I respect that it is a matter of skill to, like, be aiming your attacks. I get that. On the other hand, I think it is very silly. I didn't mean to go up here. Whoops. I didn't mean to kill them, but got some extra souls. On the one hand, aiming manually is like an extra skill, but man, do I hate spell aiming in most Souls games. I would love if my spell was fast enough to actually capitalize on well, whatever that guy dropped is gone. I'm a little annoyed at that one, but I will survive. Man, being at a height difference of any kind is just like you just miss with them spells. Okay, here we go. He really only had 2 health left. That means that 1 more intelligence would reduce the amount of hits I need to kill those guys. Like 1 or 2 more intelligence to up that to 26 a hit does reduce the amount of hits it takes to kill them. It's actually good information to have. I don't like the fact that they're off sync in a way that is really annoying for me. No. No healing, only death. Okay. Now it's just that guy left. No. Okay. All of them slain. Now, where are my souls? Oh, they're going to be at the top of the tower, aren't they? I do not like that. I do not like that one bit. I very much do not like where those are. Had to look at a text, but it's all good. Yeah, I have a message on Discord. I should probably look at it. Hear any footsteps, so I did not aggro the guy, so I will look at whatever message that is on Discord. Okay. Uh, okay. I thought I heard footsteps, but I wasn't sure. So I waited to be sure. Okay. We don't mess around with height differences, so the fight starts here. You lose aggro? Or is he just slow marching the whole way? Oh, I don't like this at all. Found him. Come on, buddy. Down and out of the tower, please. Thank you. Hey, you just keep trying to run at me, bro. I'm just gonna keep chipping away at your health. Oh, he almost got me with that. No, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you. I could capitalize off that, but it's fine. He's almost down. There we go. Oh, used every bit of magic I had, but I got him. Easy game, easy life. Yeah, easy game, easy life. I'm gonna go over here. Hello. Goodbye. Ow. Not having melee options makes these guys an actual threat. Still not that much of one. But, like, they went from a 0 to, like, a 3 on the scale. Which is a pretty big increase for a regular enemy. I should be using throwing knives. Like when I'm in a bad situation, I believe they're much faster than an arrow, and they do 100 damage, which means that they probably just one-shot those enemies. Oh, they are not as fast as I thought, as it turns out. These guys know how to climb a ladder? They do, okay. I'm fine. Thing to worry about at all. really wishing I had a spell use or two right now. It'd be really nice. Okay. We're fine. If I fall, I die. But it's okay, because I'm not gonna fall. See? Just that easy. Everything is a-okay. Okay. And without magic, I don't think I have a good response to these guys. So I'm gonna casually not fight that guy. This guy will lower his shield eventually. Darn it. Yeah, I don't have a good response to guys with shields without having magic available. Even with magic available, it's still not a great response to guys with shields. It just is a response. But since I don't have to deal with the knight again, I should be able to get back there. No problem. I wonder how great bows do against shields. Okay. Let's not die to one guy on this bridge. That is my worst fear, is that one of these people on this bridge are just gonna be the death of me. I considered jumping down from there, but I wasn't sure I'd survive the fall. I was like, let's play that safe. I'm not sure. I think I probably survived the fall, but I'm not as certain as I'd like to be. Yeah, I'll be... So I just realized it's been 3 hours since I started streaming, and I do in fact have other things to do today. So when I get to the next bonfire, I'll probably stop. Okay. Easy game. Easy. Picked up the helm before the enemy fell to his doom. Just because I could. I'm not risking it. Not today. Apparently, yes, today. Sometimes enemies are super persistent in keeping up with you. Where did these rats go? There they are. Like... That's right, get stuck on that corner. I don't know why they got stuck on that, but it was convenient for me, so I don't mind. And then up here we go. That work? No. I think I probably just didn't have the range. I'd like to point out that once again my shot just went over an enemy's head because he ducked slightly. Why is the auto aim going for headshots on every shot? That man just curved his bullet. Okay, yeah, from this distance, I am not a better shot than them. Like I lose that game at this distance. Like, no question. I definitely did not need to take that hit. That's not what I meant to do there. Pressed the wrong button. Okay, let's stop taking hits we don't need to take. And, okay. I mean, he jumped back to give me a better shot, which I appreciate. I'm a little confused why he jumped back to give me a better shot, but thanks, I guess? Anyway, this way we go. Nah, I'm not. He had the poise to not get knocked out. I know arrows don't do, like, a lot of poise damage, but he has poise at all? I didn't know those guys had poise on any attack. Like, I thought they were just free to interrupt. That was definitely the impression I was under, personally. Anyway, we got another soft humanity, so that's good. We just gotta make it up there without losing them. I can. Ah, good to know. That shot takes these guys out. I don't think I can get a headshot on this guy. Mainly because I, can't even see his head. Easy. That one's still there and alive. Good for him. I'm just gonna keep walking. He gets to live. Congratulations to him. Okay, so we're gonna go over here. Pick up our shit first. Once again, that guy dodged by doing a hit forward, which would be really cool if another player did it. But the AI, I'm pretty sure, did not mean to do it. And so it is lame that is a thing that can happen. Okay. Now, hopefully this one-shots. It did not. Okay, though? I've got more shots. Should have just charged up a second one to be safe. Anyway, there's a night shield I can't equip. I'll go ahead and just end that guy from over here, because I'm about to walk through that area. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Okay, we need some. Need to be not here, really, is the crux of this one. Yeah. Yeah, then we're fine. I mean, he decided to not be chasing me, and that was a poor decision. Honestly, if he kept chasing me, I'm not sure what my response was. To hope my arrows could take him out, I guess. Because I would never have gotten a heavy soul arrow off on an enemy that was actually going towards me in that hallway. But he decided to just walk towards me menacingly instead, which worked out in my favor pretty nicely. Hello? There we go. I was like, where is this man's hitbox? Okay. Go. Kind of salty about the fact that he got a shot off at all, but it's fine. All is well. That's the last enemy between us and the bonfire. I was absolutely silent there for a bit though, wasn't I? I didn't even register it, but yeah, I was nervous because look at my health. It was a little bit close. Like just a little. Okay. There we go.
Well, I'm not if it.
First learn gesture, obviously. That's the most important thing. Next, I forgot you can just buy Titanite shards from him. The smith boxes would be nice. Some more arrows would be good. Couple hundred. And reinforced weapon. Go down to bows. Just increase it a bit.
Don't get yourself night.
I should probably get the Artorias crest so I can go get the bow upgrade. You know, get the best bow in the game. And then really just hard invest into dex. Like that's probably the right option. Great. I'm not sure it's the option I'm gonna go with, but it's like pretty clearly the correct one, for sure. But, right now I'm going to... I'm gonna go with my previous plan of 45 decks as my primary stack goal, and I'll just put in Vitality and Int as I feel like I need to have them continue to stay relevant. But that's all for today. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye!